Hello students, today we will discuss question number 39. Up to 38 we have completed in the previous video. Okay, so today we will discuss the numerical which are based on the Henry law. Okay, so first read the question. If nitrogen gas is bubbled through water at 293 Kelvin, how many millimoles of nitrogen gas would dissolve in 1 liter? Okay, assuming that nitrogen exerts a partial pressure of 0.987 bar. Okay, so students, in this question you have to calculate the millimoles, or first of all you will calculate moles. Moles is N. Okay, so similarly, as you will convert the gram into milligram, then you will multiply it by 10 raised to power 3. So you have to calculate N into 10 raised to power 23. Is it clear? So how will you calculate? According to Henry law, what partial pressure of a gas is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that gas which has dissolved in the solution. Okay, so and you know the formula of mole fraction. What is the formula of mole fraction? Moles of solute divided by moles of total component. Here nitrogen gas is solute because nitrogen gas is being dissolved in water, and you know that water is the solvent. Okay, so to calculate the mole fraction of nitrogen, you will take moles of nitrogen at upside and you will divide moles of nitrogen by the total moles of component. Okay, so if you will calculate moles of nitrogen, mole fraction of nitrogen using this formula, then you can calculate the millimoles easily. Okay, let's see. First of all, we will apply the Henry law. Partial pressure of nitrogen is equal to the Henry constant and mole fraction of nitrogen. So here we will calculate mole fraction of nitrogen. So KH will be on the denominator of Pn2, okay, divided by KH. But student, one more thing, here KH is given to you, I forgot to write the unit. KH is 76.8 kilobar. So you will convert it into bar by multiplying it by 10 raised to power 3. Okay, so what is the value of KH? 76.8. So I multiply it by 10 raised to power 3. Okay, so answer is that. This is the value of mole fraction, 1.29 into 10 raised to power minus 5. Mole fraction of nitrogen. Okay, so now mole fraction of nitrogen is equal to moles of nitrogen divided by moles of solute component. So this value is given to you here. Okay, and mole fraction of nitrogen वो हमने find करने हैं. Then what about water? So student, look here, water is 1 liter, and yesterday I told you that moles of water are 55.56. in yesterday video I told you. Okay, so what will you do? In place of moles of water, you will put 55.56. okay, it is always 55.56 if water is in liter and 1 liter value is there. Okay, so answer is that 0.7 into 10 raised to power 3. But why, what I said, this is the value of moles and you have to calculate millimoles. So you will divide the moles by, not divide, multiply the moles of nitrogen, multiply by 10 raised to power 3. So when you will multiply it by 10 raised to power 3, it will be cancelled and answer will be 0.7 millimoles. Okay, similarly students, one more question, question number 40. At what partial pressure, now partial pressure is asked, and in this question partial pressure is given and its value is what, 0.987. here partial pressure is asked. So second thing, here what is given to you? Solubility, that is amount of solute is given to you. So you will reverse the question. Okay, first you will calculate millimoles, then using the value of millimoles you will convert it into moles, then mole fraction, then partial pressure. So similarly 0.05 gram of oxygen is given to you and Henry constant is given to you again in kilobar. So you will multiply it by 10 raised to power 3. So what is the answer of moles of water? Already 55.56 as I told you in the previous question. Okay, because 1 liter water is there per liter water is there, mean water is per liter mean 1000 gram mean divided by 18, so it will be the 55.56. okay, yesterday I told you. Okay, so 55.56 are the moles of water, and moles of oxygen how will you calculate? Given amount is this 0.05 and मोलिकुलर मास ऑफ ऑक्सीजन O2 इज 32, सो आंसर इज 0.0156। ये समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? मोल्स ऑफ ऑक्सीजन कैसे निकले? गिवन अमाउंट अपॉन मोलिकुलर मास। गिवन अमाउंट कहां से आई आपके पास? यहां से आई जो ऑलरेडी दे रखी है, अमाउंट दैट इज सॉल्युबिलिटी। ओके, ये आपके पास मोल्स आ गए हैं और नाइट्रोजन के, यहाँ पर मोल्स आपके पास वाटर के। नाउ यू विल कैलकुलेट द मोल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन। ओके, व्हाई यू विल कैलकुलेट द मोल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन? बिकॉज इन द formula if you will take the partial pressure of the oxygen then you need the mole fraction of oxygen. Okay, here जैसे नाइट्रोजन की है, so ऐसे ही यहाँ पर क्या फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे आप? ऑक्सीजन के लिए लगाएंगे। Okay, so you will calculate the mole fraction using this formula. Okay, then you will put the value of mole fraction here and then you will multiply it by Henry constant which is 34.89 into 10 raised to power 3, this one, and then you will come to know the partial pressure of oxygen gas. You can take the screenshot and let's move to the next question. Students, this is our 41 question. This is very important question. Question is that this question is based on the Raoult's law. Okay, so what is the question? Vapor pressure of chloroform and dichloromethane. Okay, chloroform that is CHCl3 and dichloromethane at 298 Kelvin are 200 and 415 mmHg. Okay, this is the vapor pressure of dichloromethane and 200 is the vapor pressure of chloroform. Two questions are asked. First, vapor pressure of solution. First is vapor pressure of solution which is prepared by dissolving 25 gram of chloroform in 40 gram of dichloromethane. When you will dissolve this amount of chloroform and this amount of dichloromethane and you will heat at 298 Kelvin or you can say at 25 degrees Celsius, then what will be the total vapor pressure? That is, total vapor pressure means, look here, when you will heat chloroform and dichloromethane, then some vapors will be formed. So what will be the total pressure? So student, it will be the total pressure of PA and PB. Okay, I told you in the Raoult's law, vapor pressure will be equal to the vapor pressure of component A and B. Already you have studied in class 11 Dalton's law of partial pressure. Total pressure is equal to the partial pressure of each component. So if we come to know what is the vapor pressure of component A, that is chloroform in vapor phase, and what will be the vapor pressure of component B, that is dichloromethane, then we will add these two and we'll come to know the total pressure. Okay, now second part is that we have to calculate the mole fraction of each component but not in solution, in the vapor phase. This is a special part. Okay, so what is Raoult's law? Partial pressure of a component, okay, is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that component in solution. So student, this is mole fraction of that component in solution, but in second part mole fraction of component in vapor phase is asked. This is the difference, not XA or XB is asked. Okay, so first, molecular mass of chloroform 195, molecular mass of dichloromethane, this is 85. You may get some reflection on this area. So this is 85. Okay, just simply add the mass of each atom, then you will come to know the molecular mass. So first of all we will calculate the moles, because in the Raoult's law mole fraction are there and mole fraction तभी निकाले जा सकते हैं जब हमें moles पता हो. तो सबसे पहले हम moles निकालेंगे given amount upon molecular mass. Given amount is 25.5 क्लोरोफॉर्म दिया हुआ है and molecular mass is 195. moles निकल गए हमारे पास component क्लोरोफॉर्म के. Now component dichloromethane given amount is 40 and 40 will be divided by molecular mass 85, so 0.47. So this is the moles of chloroform and these are the moles of dichloromethane. So first of all we will calculate the mole fraction of chloroform. So mole fraction of chloroform क्या होंगे? Moles of chloroform upside and moles of both component downside. Okay, देखो 0.213 and 0.47 on downside and 0.213 on upside, where these are the mole fraction of dichloromethane. Here I am calculating the dichloromethane. This one 0.688 and we know that mole fraction of each component is equal to 1. तो अगर जब एक के इतने मोल फ्रैक्शन आ गए हैं तो दूसरे के 1 में से माइनस कर दो, आपका आंसर आ गया. तो ये हमारे पास दो मोल फ्रैक्शन आ गए हैं जो किसके अंदर है? यहाँ सॉल्यूशन के अंदर है. सेकंड पार्ट नहीं आया. कभी कहो मोल फ्रैक्शन आ गए हमारे पास क्लोरोफॉर्म डाइक्लोमीथेन के, वो वेपर फेज में पूछे हैं. ओके, अब हम लगाएंगे राउल्ट्स लॉ. राउल्ट्स लॉ क्या कहता है कि क्लोरोफॉर्म का वेपर प्रेशर किसके इक्वल होगा, उस क्लोरोफॉर्म के मोल फ्रैक्शन जो सॉल्यूशन के अंदर है और क्लोरोफॉर्म का प्योर स्टेट में वेपर प्रेशर, एंड वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ क्लोरोफॉर्म इन प्योर स्टेट इज गिवन, इट इज 200. Okay, and mole fraction of chloroform in solution we have calculated here 0.312. Okay, answer is 62.8. So this is the pressure which is exerted by the chloroform in the vapor phase. Second, similarly dichloromethane. Okay, so vapor pressure of dichloromethane in pure state which is 415 multiply by its mole fraction in the solution we have calculated here 0.688 multiply कर दिया 288.5. this is 288.5. ओके तो अब हमारे पास ये दो कंपोनेंट के क्या आ गए, यहाँ पर जो वेपर फेज में प्रेशर लगा रहे हैं वो लगा रहे हैं. अगर मैं इन दोनों को ऐड कर दूं, इन दोनों को ऐड कर दूं तो मेरे पास टोटल प्रेशर आ गया, और वो टोटल प्रेशर कितना आया 62.4 प्लस दिस वन. आप इन दोनों को ऐड कर देना जस्ट, एंड यू विल गेट द आंसर नंबर फर्स्ट, वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ सॉल्यूशन. इज इट क्लियर? काफी लेंथी न्यूमेरिकल है, इन दोनों को आप क्या कर देंगे, ऐड कर देंगे. नाउ सेकंड पार्ट, मोल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ ईच कंपोनेंट इन वेपर फेज. अब वेपर फेज की बात है, ये सॉल्यूशन के थे, इनको नहीं करना. वेपर फेज का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है, इन थियोरेटिकल टॉपिक आई एक्सप्लेन्ड इट. मोल फ्रैक्शन, लुक हियर, these are the mole fraction in vapor phase, this is the mole fraction in aqueous phase or in liquid. वो हमने लिक्विड में ये सब निकाल लिए हैं, XA और XB. बट ये कैसे निकाले जाएंगे, ये वाले पार्ट, इट इज इक्वल टू द प्रेशर एक्सर्टेड बाय द क्लोरोफॉर्म इन वेपर फेज, क्योंकि वही निकाल रहे हैं ना हम प्रेशर, डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल प्रेशर. और ये प्रेशर कितना है 62.4 ये रहा, और डिवाइडेड बाय इन दोनों के सम से, आंसर इज 0.18. ठीक है, ऐसे ही 288.5 को डिवाइड कर दिया इन दोनों के सम से, तो ये आपका क्या आ गया, आंसर आ गया. ओके, सो दिस इज लेंथी क्वेश्चन, बट जस्ट टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Hello students, today we will discuss the numerical which are based on the elevation in boiling point. This is very important question, and this year board asked the question from this topic. Elevation in boiling point, already we have discussed in the theoretical class what is its mean. So right now I will write its formula only. Delta TB is equal to I into KB into molality, and in place of molality I would like to WB upon MB into WA into 1000. And what is this delta TB in place of delta TB? This is the difference in boiling point of solution to the boiling point of solvent, pure solvent. This is the difference of boiling point of solution and boiling point of pure solvent. I is the Vento factor, KB molar elevation constant, WB weight of solute, MB molecular mass of solute. This is weight of solvent in gram. Okay, so read the question. What is asked? So students, boiling point of benzene is 353.23 Kelvin. So here benzene is solvent. Benzene is solvent. Okay, so it is given to you TB naught. This is 353.23 Kelvin. Okay. When 1.8 gram of non-volatile solute was dissolved, mean this is the weight of solute. So MB weight of solute, this one WB is 1.8 gram. Okay, now in 90 gram of benzene, which is dissolved, non-volatile solute in benzene, mean benzene is the solvent, and in what amount, 90 gram. Boiling point of benzene is raised to 354.11 Kelvin. Boiling point raise कर गया, mean this is the boiling point of solution, that is 354.11 Kelvin. Solution का boiling point always higher होता है किससे, pure solvent से. Now calculate molecular mass of solute. MB, that is molecular weight of solute, is question mark, and KB for benzene is given to you, that is 2.53 Kelvin kilogram per mole student. Okay, so here TB is given to you, what, this one. Okay, you will put this value here, and TB naught is again given to you, you will put this value here, and I. Okay, this is very important, how we will come to know what is the value of I. Student, look here, for non-volatile always I is equal to 1. Non-volatile solute mean it will not undergo in dissociation or association. This is non-electrolyte. So we will put I is equal to 1. Kv is also given to you 2.53 Kelvin kilogram per mole. And weight of solute is also given. This is what? 0.18. MB निकालना है. This is question mark. Okay. And weight of solvent is also given. This is 90,000 is already numerical value. So you can calculate MB very easily. I will not solve this numerical because it will time consuming. So in the limited time I will explain more questions. So you will calculate the molecular mass of solute. Take the screenshot and you will write in your notebook also.